rusty, but this would be a nice start to that push here in week number 10.
Yeah, it'd be a great time for them to put in their final push, their last legs in this split. So if they can find at the very least this game for 3 extra points, will at least rocket them even further up in the standings to be in contention for those top 4 places. 1 and 2 maybe not, 3 and 4 definitely.
Yep, a chance here at least for VICI, who have moved up fairly defensively here for game number 2. Hart and Sketch will team up in the bottom side here to try and do some damage. Hart with that stun already. And if there wasn't aggression enough here in game number 1, bottom lane in particular, like you've highlighted, could be real scary as Mata just making sure he stays safe.
Yeah, just kind of poking around at the moment. Nothing crazy actually happening. They are going to spot Mata, so they do know where the bot lane is, but Mata also knew that that was a ward there and has revealed himself to then recall back to his AD carry, his partner in crime, sitting in the top lane.
That is adorable from VICI. But UP do sniff out the lane swap. It seems like VICI wanted to get away from that 2v2, but not going to get the chance this time. As Sketch and Hart going to take the guess here and run up towards the top lane.
He's actually just spotted Sketch as he was trying to put a sort of freeze into effect. Has actually opted to put down some damage because Hart's here.
Yeah, Mata not here just yet. Hart lines up the stun, does get it. Auto attack in there as well, and Schwan eating so much here at level 1. Mata just missing that stun.
Oh, man.
And we'll chug some pots and reset.
We said there was going to be aggression. I didn't expect it this hard and fast at level 1, but that's exactly what they have done. They've exceeded expectations. The Sivir doesn't have direct control of the lane, but is starting to push those minions back, and this is where the fight for level 2 becomes very important.
Yeah, critical here. As Sketch and Hart can have a race.
So you can last hit the minions and then still push it to not get denied too.
Yep. Need all your CS there as well. Close there. Hart gets it. Ready for the stun. Mata must be close. Schwan needs one more creep. But they're going to move them off the lane for a little while longer. No kills forthcoming just yet, though.
But just like that, the lane pressure is completely out the window. There's no potion available for Schwan, and he's behind in that level. So now he's finally level 2. They're going to have to get a gank to have any chance in this lane.
Yeah, here comes World 6 healed down as well, though, as Hart gets jumped on by Mata. Going to keep running in. World 6, great flash after the body slam. Scat going to get chased down, and first blood goes to Gragas.
Hart with a nice flash, but Scat not able to do so himself, is just as we mentioned, World 6 needing to... Wow.
Mata, real aggressive there, but does not hit the flash Zenith Blade.
Thankfully, it doesn't matter too much because they still have control of this lane. You can see World 6 is actually here because they're trying to push it to reset and potentially get a recall in if need be. Hart actually trying to stop it from happening.
But he knows that that's a losing proposition.
Yeah.
So going to pull the way back, last hit what he can. And Skat's going to return to the top lane, but with a death in that middle column, punished. Now here in the mid lane up against Pong. Looking alright right now, like we've said, Cassidy. Pretty easy time here in the matchup.
Yeah, the biggest thing between them both is that Victor has to expend so much mana to actually try and poke the Kassadin out. And not only does the Kassadin have the magic shield to boot, has 6 pots, usually starting with that flask and 3 reds. A very comfortable position, assuming he times his spell shield with when Victor puts down damage. But you can see it now. No mana available.
Yep. Going to be tricky there for Victor as Mata had a wander down to the mid lane, but doesn't find himself a target. Top lane.
World 6 is the support for this game.
He is sitting in the top side, hanging out in the brush. Mata, he wants it, but he is warded.
Yeah, so he's going to be spotted, but we'll see what he wants to actually do.
They know he's there.
They don't know World 6 is here, that's the thing. So they're thinking he's poised aggressively. They may even place a ward to be sure.
Back in again. Skat's going to lose that shield. Zenith Blade lands. Might be too far forward.
Whoa.
Mata eats a tower hit for his trouble.
They still won the trade, honestly, because Sketch is the one without help.
Yeah, and Amy's chasing up here as well, but his Raptor Sense will pop. World 6 will back away. And Amy's going to be too late to influence that top lane.
Yeah, Amy, too little too late, essentially. Is just trying to alleviate some pressure that is being placed down, and again, give Unlimited Potential another chance to push out this wave. And we've been focusing a lot on the bot lane, which is in the top lane, so the Australian lanes.
Yep.
But something that is very important is that the second we look away, there's probably going to be a death.
Yeah, both these teams playing nice and aggressively here in that 2v2 as Amy going to take away the Scuttle Crab now for himself, get himself up to level 4. And Punish going back for his early itemization, going for that quick blasting one.
Yeah, he's picked up a blasting one. The aggressive decision, basically. He knows that the more ability power you have, the bigger your shield is going to be on that Q. So it's actually still a defensive item in terms of laning phase directly, which is great.
It's one of those nice quirks about the matchup as well,
Yeah.
where Punished, for maybe the only Cassidy matchup that I can think of, is actually maxing that Null Sphere as well.
Yeah, so it's definitely a great position to find yourself in, especially from laning. Wow.
Dive, Dandy ulti, long, can't get out, ulti's away, might be safe, but it's too much CC. Dandy going to take one more hit, but it's actually not enough as Pong comes in to clean up. That will be, and Victor claims the kill.
And that's a silver platter if ever I have seen one. Punished has made his way down. He's spotted. I'm not sure what he's actually going to try and... No, he's fine.
Well, looking for Dandy.
For a second there, I thought he was on the other team because there were so many members under that turret, I thought it was theirs. But I was wrong.
Punish walk over a pink ward?
Yeah, he did, and he left it.
That's unfortunate. There it is. Just above Skatch's head there to the left. Ooh, Hart gonna find Pong. Ulti down for Victor. Cleanse out as well as the port's gonna land in. Punish gonna try and play clean up, but Victor's killed Annie. World 6 now gonna get knocked back as Long's ported his way into this one. Punish will get the kill. He's gonna look for that reset. Has to flush out. Low on mana, can't do too much else as Dandy chasing them down. Amy needs a stun, doesn't get it, finds Pong there instead. Punish coming back, gets the kill onto Victor as Skatch has joined in now as well. Dandy almost Mega Gnar, but he doesn't have his ultimate, and Amy trying to get away. Will get walloped just at the edge. Kill goes through there for Gnar. And a real messy fight as VICI go up 5-2.
Yeah, VICI again, they start to out-skirmish this side of Unlimited Potential, who are the ones putting it in place. Long teleporting in with that Hecarim, did not have his ultimate available again. Neither did Dandy, to be fair, but he didn't get there until much later in that trade. Punish did well to find himself kills though. He has 2. That is massive right now for this side. As Pong actually catches Hart completely out of position. They do put down some great damage onto the Victor to ensure he's not as prominent in this further engage. World 6 goes down immediately to Punish, who has to flash because he wasted all of his mana as well to ensure he was the one that got the kill. The rest of Unlimited Potential make their way in, and they put down pressure on Pong. He goes down from the Null Sphere, but Xuan's here as well. The saving grace, the Mega Gnar, and the fact that Graves is here on the sidelines. The rest of Unlimited Potential, they try their best to poke at the edges and peace out. They still lose that member in the river.
Yeah. Graves not level 6 either. Is now level 6 with an early Brutalizer. Luckily for UP, didn't have that then.
But in saying that, nor was the Siva, who definitely would have been there a lot sooner with the ultimate.
True. So good timing there for the fight, but VICI go up there. Although Cassidy with those kills could make a nice impact. He's almost got that Rod of Ages completed. We seem to have swapped back though with the AD carries as Xuan is at least in the bottom lane. Siva and Annie going to do the same now. And we'll just see what happens here as VICI go up about 2,000 gold or so, but still anyone's game here early on.
Personal favorite Graves build of mine as well is that he's gone all into the mid-game aggression and he's matching what Unlimited Potential are trying to do themselves. Going for that Brutalizer, working towards the Ghost Blade. It's great for your burst. Not necessarily easy to do against the Siva, but that's where the perks of a Leona comes out.
Yep, now you can see World 6 wrapping around mid lane to try and gank. Finds Punish there. Ulti's good as well. Amy trying to set something up, but Punish already has to run away. Now World 6 might have got caught out as Hart finds a stun there onto Gragas. Gravity Field is down. Punish does not finish that kill. Marta will jump in onto the Cassidy and take him out as Amy's going to try and run himself to safety. Gets the proc there for a bit of speed, but VICI get the kill.
Yeah, VICI again, they're rotating everywhere. Even the Graves and Leona are here at all times. They're just working the map super well, playing to strengths that they otherwise don't usually have that much of. So it's doing wonders for them.
It is, and it's nice to see Xuan playing aggressively, like you mentioned. Marta, especially on a pick like Leona, we expect this sort of play as Dandy stunned up there by Hart. Skatch, do you have enough damage? I'm not sure. Dandy hops away just in case. but he's pretty tanky.
That's a big old nah right now. 2-0-1 with his armor boots completed and a giant's belter boot. So there's no way for the Annie to directly kill Dandy, but Heart's making some bank off the top of hitting him.
Yep, gonna get some money out of the Spell Thief's Edge to steals Dandy's gold. But not too phased there as Dandy and CS leads here for VICI have come out in every single lane. That bottom lane in particular, despite the movement, 30 CS ahead here for the Graves.
Yeah, so most of that gold lead has actually been accrued from the movements around the map where VICI have found advantages and can then translate those advantages into further farm, something that has been working very well for them thus far. And looking to continue that, this UP side are trying to get some towers back, find some objectives, something that they sorely missed in that last game. They're already one down though.
Yeah,
so
gonna get even denied maybe by Dandy. Minions there, Sketch will stay just to finish it off. Now gonna pop the ulti. Dandy though, almost Mega Nova as Amy's wrapped himself around here as well. Punished also joining in as Amy tries to find the flank. Dandy, though, has gone Mega. Will do soon. Mata goes in, though. Finds the seed in play. Dandy, massive flash. Nora ultimate. Finds Punish as well. 6 gets the Gragasol. But Amy resets there as Graves comes in. And Pong just destroys unlimited potential. Gets almost an instant double. Gonna find Amy for the trips. And a 4-for-1 team fight win for VICI.
At 12 minutes in the game, VICI completely turn it on yet again. They are controlling everything on this map. Unlimited potential. They're the ones looking to push down a turret. Granted, they got the turret. They're the ones who pay for their lives with it. The instant translation is another turret back against them and potentially a third one in the top lane. VICI just seems so in control. They know exactly what is going to happen before it does. They execute nearly to perfection. And this Victor is now 6-1.
Yeah, disgustingly far ahead as Schwan will get that turret there as well.
And in 12 minutes, look at this gold lead as well. Like, it's ridiculous.
It is. So is this.
Dandy hits the Mega enough, flashes and uses his ultimate. He's knowing that he's going to go down, but he does so much work prior to that doesn't really matter. And then Victor, Pong just comes in and decimates everybody in the back line. Waits for his spell cooldown, ensures he gets the triple kill as Mata did try to steal that one, but did not find it.
Mata, unsurprisingly, trying to get cheeky there. So Pong is going from strength to strength.
Pastry.
Basically, straight up Abyssal after that fight.
Yep.
So looking pretty good here on the Victor with his 2 upgrades there as well. And Hecarim very rightly run away, seeing Mata and Victor wander through the jungle.
Yeah, so he's gone for a straight Abyssal Scepter. Doesn't actually have the Morellos, any type of mana regeneration available to him. But they've got such control of the map that he can definitely work around getting all of the blue buffs. It's saying that he's gone for the immediate combat stat because he needed the magic penetration that he's now from Sork Shoes. And he's already got the cooldown reduction that he would get from a Morellos from the Lucidity Boot. So it's still a well-rounded build, just missing the mana.
Yeah, like it a lot here from the Victor as he's approaching level 11. Hart gonna go back along with Amy though, as Victor's now just split pushing, and Long, who's just got that Cinder Hulk and a Null Magic Mantle, can't really contest Victor 1v1. World 6 as well. Gonna get his team the Dragon, and very casually VICI find themselves already 5,000 gold ahead.
Yeah, it's seemingly almost too easy for them at this stage. And something we mentioned earlier is that it feels like they're in control. They're definitely one step ahead of everything UP are trying to put into effect. This gold lead is just indicative of that. We're seeing it again.
Danny's 2 levels ahead here of Sketch. Got a pickaxe there as well. Just going to run in and try and take him out. Sketch gets slowed again. Ulti! Does get spell shielded there as Amy's going to dive in, but that might be too much here. Dandy needs a bit of rage, has to hop away there, will get to safety, but Long has the ulti. Will he chase him down? He pops the Onslaught of Shadows. Convergence down there as well, but Mata looking for a stun. They dodge the W. Dare down there as well. Punish will get kill number 1. Sketch is low though, and UP have to back away.
They're picking people off because there was no Victor. Pong was actually not close enough to have an impact in that fight. But Dandy was the one being aggressive, or mentioning one step ahead. That's exactly what he was, because he spotted Sketch rotating from top to bottom, or top to mid. Finds a lot of damage. They don't get the kill because of a ridiculously good spell shield though to block Schwan's ultimate on that Graves. Saves his own life, comes back in. They ensure they get the kill, but then immediately back up because they haven't seen Victor in a long time. They didn't know where he was. He could have been there, and if he was there, They were all done.
They were, like we saw in the last fight. VICI very strong, especially with that mid laner. But taking their time, World 6 takes the blue buff. That's more than a little awkward. But should be just fine here. As VICI continuing to grow from strength to strength. Dade actually even going for that aggressive build. I believe that's going to be a frozen mallet.
Yeah, look, you said more than a little awkward. It's even more than that. It's a lot of awkward.
A lot of awkward.
We just mentioned how the Victor needs blue buffs because of his itemization.
Dade, nope, denied. Hop there. Will get interrupted there by Long. They'll dive in. Echo going to create that stun shield. Dade going to go down. Meganar not there in time, and Amy claims the kill.
Close for Long there. One more tower hit and an auto from Dade. He would have gone down, but the cavalry arrived just not in time to ensure it. As another nice rotation from UP find themselves yet again another pick onto Dade.
And that's important. They get a couple more of those, and that gold lead starts to shrink ever so softly. I like that they all ran away from Victor, though, and to their credit, I think I would too. He is
I don't think I know
crazy strong.
Who wouldn't run away from Victor right now. He is beyond big and is only going to get bigger. That's the scary part about this Victor right now. He's actually going to get one.
Yep, gets the blue buff here. World 6 holds off there, able to give his mid laner the enemy blue buff.
Oh, the Grom Smite battle.
Won by World 6. Amy not able to get it there. And Gragas continuing to find strength here, honestly, for World 6. Had some great ultis in the team fights there for VICI. They're just walking around doing some counter jungling as Pong is going to go Sheen. Lich Bane second there. Love this Victor build.
That is an aggressive Victor build. He's got now a flat mana pool, which is going to be fantastic at the very least for being able to output more spells again. He's got the cooldown reduction ready to go. His damage with his Q now is just going to be phenomenal. So it's a very nice itemization choice here. You still have to keep note. They have 5 kills, here, UP. 4 of them are still on the Kassadin, who is ramping up to be a freak.
Yeah, 4-2-0 there for Punish. Rod of Ages halfway done there with 5 stacks, and I believe that Zonya's coming up.
Should be.
Punch getting nice and strong here. There's Martha and Schwan. Going to try and do some damage to this turret, but Punish will join in just to deny that from going down.
Yeah, so the saving grace again, this Kassadin, once he gets level 11, which he already is, and then level 16 when he just becomes this mobile, unstoppable force of nature, essentially. He can just chase down anybody. VICI, they've got their team fighting to fall back upon, which is going to be doing very well for them. And they're still trying to pressure this bot lane turret. They really want it.
Moby Boots Marta. Real threatening there on the Leona, but doesn't commit there to the dive. Pong as well, just trying to keep Punish occupied. Doing a decent damage to the tower with that Sheen as Long is in hell. Dade has a frozen mallet.
Yeah, legitimate hell in terms of being on Summoner's Rift right now. All he's missing is a Black Cleaver.
He might do it. Oh, Marta gets Long with a Zenith Blade, almost nails him with the ulti. But an onslaught of shadows to safety as Punish going in deep. Looking for Martha, get some damage down. Forced a roof walk off to safety. As VICI going to claim themselves tower number 4.
You can see the control they've got on the map. Even look at the bottom side whilst they're top. They've already got the wards where required in the top lane. But if they ever want to translate back to where the dragon is about to spawn in 37 seconds, they've got 2 pinks, 4 green wards, and they are very content with just walking to the pit. They're not scared.
And is this the VICI we sort of expect to see? Rusty when they get ahead?
It's a bit more of the VICI that we expect to see. The team fighting should just come naturally to them from the lead that they've accrued earlier. But they don't really, Look, this is just a standard VICI right now. They've just got this exceptional skirmishing strength, which is very nice to see.
It is. Marta again looking aggressively in. Doesn't find someone, but Infinity Edge completed there for Schwan. Armor now coming out for Dade and World 6. And a Lich Bane almost done there for the Victor means that next team fight going to be awfully tricky for UP as VICI have already started themselves up the dragon.
Yeah, this won't be contested. As mentioned, the warding that has been put in place, they would have known if UP were coming towards this pit whatsoever. And they've been pushed out of their own jungle. We've seen World 6 countering the Gromp 3 minutes prior to this. That's how long they've had control of that area. So smartly, not going near the dragon, accepting that it's gone. It was only the second one as well. the real threat starts to arise now that we're at the 20-minute mark, that they could consider a Baron.
They could. VICI is certainly a team that if they feel like they can do something, they will be decisive in their calls. They are, went ahead especially, a brutally efficient team as far as their wins go, as red buff gets donated over there to Graves. You can just see again, that vision you talked about, Rusty. UP just have so much coverage.
Yeah, I mean, VICI have just got it literally everywhere. Unlimited potential, trying to sneak wards deeper. But try as they might, it's specific areas that are now warded. And they're even double warding to ensure that it's in place, because they don't have many places that they can actually walk out to and stretch their vision further. This is very standard for a VICI style of play, where they're going to bleed out their opponents, and very hard to stop the bleeding at this stage.
Yep. And once you start bleeding more and more, VICI tend to close nice and quickly. Dandy still on the top side there, pushing out. Long going to do the same for his team in the bottom half of the map. But VICI going to go back, spend some of that gold, and regroup for a possible team fight. Or maybe just a Baron attempt here, as right now, VICI are in the ones in complete control. Still about 4,500, 5,000 gold up, and only getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah, they've got absolute control of the map, as they're just going to start, I would assume, closing out vision. That's just wrong.
We have seen so many pink wards today. 3 of them. Glossed over.
3 people.
Glossed over.
Just walk through that pink ward. Oh.
Remember to aim move at home, kids. Oh, teleport. VICI looking long, barely dodging that one. But World 6 going to dive in. Ulti from World 6 goes wide. Blue buff will get taken there by Victor. And UP, lucky to be alive.
Yeah, they've done well to actually get out with their lives. The Gragas ultimate not connecting because the Hecarim, who, by the way, has the Merc Treads that have now saved his life essentially twice in a row from consecutive skirmishes by being able to use his shadows to actually get over walls or get to safety. So very nice itemization choices here from UP, or from Long in particular. They're still trying to ramp up themselves, because something we've mentioned is that though stylistically this is the death by 1,000 cuts that we know VICI love to do so avidly, unlimited potential, they love to hit 35 minutes in the game and have a late game team fight.
Yeah.
At this stage, they're going to be on track.
They are. And how much scaling is even here for the comp for UP here as well, Rusty? Because you look across and it feels like they have quite a lot of late game to sort of lean on.
Yeah, so they've got the Hecarim and the Kassadin first and foremost. Echo's always going to be able to do damage at all stages of the game. He's got his passive, so that is just going to do wonders for their late game team fighting. The Sivir, though not known for her hyper scaling, if you compare it to what is now a Graves, who is a burst AD carry essentially, he's not going to be doing a whole lot of damage late game as relative to the Sivir, so they're about even.
Yep, Skatch still going to pop that Sivir ulti and look for a stun. Bear lands there onto World 6. He'll flash so to avoid the rest of the chaos. Get back towards his tower safely, but UP gonna have some traction around the Baron pit.
That was a phenomenal ult by the Gragas just there as well. They secure themselves a safe escape. He does need to blow the flash, but avoiding taking so much damage that they could have flashed after him themselves. They've got the advantage, the inside track again. They can very easily take down this turret, and they do.
Yep, tower number 5 now for VICI, as they've knocked down 2 of the 3 inner turrets here. Looking to maybe spike at that inhibitor, but instead back themselves away. And again, very methodical, very safe here for VICI. They know they're ahead, so no need to make any sort of reckless moves right now.
It's like leaving a crumb trail to get back to where you started. Every single time VICI go anywhere, they just leave this litter of wards and vision behind them to ensure that they're safe if they need to go to that area again, or catch people on rotation to and from said area.
Yeah, there's almost an unreasonable amount of wards. As Long is forced to teleport out though. Amy going to get caught there potentially. Does go down as Juan. This happened to ultimate him. Punish. Good. Zonya's dodging the slow there from World 6. Now Long going to dive his way in. Did get out safely. Marta though going to get healed down. And the ulti from Victor going to mount everybody else. Sivir will get the kill onto Leona. But it's 3 dead already there for UP. Skatch looking to be the 4th body on the Rift. Will go down as Victor snags a triple.
It's just the Victor show right now. They get a fantastic engage. They all play their part. But the second that Pong is in the fight putting down damage, every single person in a 500 AoE of him melts. completely removed from the map. The Annie didn't even live for longer than a second once he got in there and pressed his R key. It's just disgusting, but they're able to do a lot of work around his strength. They're playing to it, they're engaging, knowing that when the Victor's there, they'll still win the fight.
They are. And smart overstay as well for VICI. Claim themselves the turret in the bottom lane. And UP again just wondering, what do we do against this team? They need to kill the Victor, but at 9-1-3, now with a perfect hex core and a needlessly large rod to add into his inventory as well. Pong is once again on the Victor looking unstoppable.
It's a hard question to ask, you know, where do you go from this point where it just feels like the Victor, the entirety of their team's damage is legitimately unstoppable, and it's an unreasonable amount of damage to ever consider fighting him. But they're still waiting. They are still playing the waiting game. They need to just deny vision in set areas where they can then control the map, maybe make another pick like they have been onto Dade multiple times. Default back to that environment, that setting, where they start to scale. The Cassidy hitting 16 is a big point for them that they need to do. Similar to Cogmore in terms of how the AP Cog hits strength at 16. That's Cassidy in a nutshell. VICI don't seem to want to let that happen.
No. I mean, they know Long's bottom side with no port. Hart barely misses the Martyr ultimate, but too much damage from Graves and Victor. Gonna make this a 5v4.
Completely putting the dumpster right there.
Yeah.
Hart had no chance. Graves even using the ultimate before the buckshot to ensure he went down. Point blank in the face. And now they can go back to the Baron and reset, knowing they're missing a member.
UP are taking Dragon. Punish gonna get an objective. Unlimited potential can only trade in this situation, and VICI claimed the Baron as Dragon. One there goes to UP. But again, just so far ahead, almost 9,000 gold up for VICI Gaming.
Yeah, so unlimited potential. They get half of the gold that was accrued from the Baron. They get a Dragon. It's not all that bad. The question is going to be raised now as to what VICI can actually get done with that Baron buff. They've got the driver's position there, the ones in a strength point. I'm actually watching to see if they walk through that pink again.
Dandy gets ulted, but I think he's just trapped Hecarim. Gonna slow him down there with the Rylai's. Needs to build some rage as Punish might save him. Boomerang lands. He's procced it again. Hyper's down. The Rylai's is too much. And Victor claims his 11th kill of the game.
And World Six is honestly throwing out his explosive cast to try and kill Steel. He's going full martyr right now. Doesn't find it again. But this side, they're just so strong. Like, they are beyond powerful and unlimited potential. They are trying to make things happen. You can see the attempted pick right there. They basically caught what looked like Gnar out of position. Turned out to be the Hecarim. But in saying that, they are still trying. It's a desperate attempt, though. You feel the desperation behind it.
You do. And VICI now with the Baron buff, with the Lich Bane, and almost the Rabadon's completed. Gonna delete Punished almost.
Okay.
UP can't defend this tower after that. How great is the ult synergy between Graves and Victor?
Oh, it's wonderful. Like the line skill shots as well as the burst that can immediately come out. They've got the Leona to boot.
Oh, long tags. Only slowed. World 6. Cask gets Hecarim. Ult pop there from Scatch. UP just trying to save something in this game. His mid inhibitor already been broken down.
Yeah, it's already broken, but VICI is still sitting around the middle inhibitor. So they were trying to make a pick and then translate that pick elsewhere. They also didn't have the minion control in another lane to actually get more than just the inhibitor. And now they basically need to reset again. They didn't have the side wave control that you otherwise would expect because they just pressed that go button. They just went mid. They found their opportunity and they took it.
Yep, and it's a pretty good one they found there as the 10,000 gold ahead here in this game. VICI looking on quick track to close out the series 2-0 and claim the maximum points here as Schwan gonna start things off early, go down to the top side and push that wave back.
Full armor penetration Graves right now. Has the Infinity Edge to boot for a bit of crit in between all of his spells that he's using.
Just in case.
Definitely a spell-focused Graves at the moment.
Yep.
Able to put in work for his team. And combo, as you said, with the Victor ultimate. I don't see any member of UP actually living through that combo, let alone having a Graves there to boot.
Yeah, I mean, Ghostblade, kind of nice. See what happens. Schwan again, sort of off to the side doing, let's say, collateral damage. Just sort of hanging out. That was actually unintentional, I realized. Realized a second too late, Rusty. But he is. He's
I
just
know
kind of
what
hanging
you
out.
mean. I just...
He's firing shots in, seeing who we can clean up. It's Victor that is all the upfront damage.
Oh yeah, Victor is like 90%. I would love to see the damage deal
Oh
graph
my
after
God.
this game. It'd be so in favor of Pong. Just been making life miserable for everyone of UP. They've translated this pressure. Dandy actually sitting in the base looking to get them away from the turret so that they can secure this one themselves.
Oh, getting flanked now. Punish is slowed. Amy going to try and run them off, but Dandy's almost mega. They'll dive in there. They'll pop the ulti onto Schwan. Long round the back, going to try and find it, but Heart's already dead to Victor. Dandy scoops him out with a massive ulti, and Schwan is still alive there. Long could not finish him off. Victor's got himself a quadra kill in and amongst all this. And VICI Gaming get the ace, and they'll take the game.
We've been saying it time and again, but Pong is just beyond huge. 2 surrenders in 2 games here. This VICI Gaming side look completely reinvigorated. And what a better time for that to occur than just before the second last week and their first series. They've got 3 best of 2s remaining, a total of 9 points still left.